Welcome back onto this edition of Run with Coach Parry. My name is Brad Brown. We've got the coach, Lindsey Parry, with us once again. Lindsey, nice to catch up. Welcome back.
Yeah, good to be back. We're getting these out regularly now. It's been good.
Yeah, absolutely. Lindsey, today's question is a fantastic one, and I can relate to this because when I first got involved, when I first started running, this was something that I really struggled with a lot because I didn't have that support structure. And it comes to us from Daryl, and Daryl wants to know where he lives. He says there are no running clubs, there's no regular running groups, all of his runs are done alone. He's really battling for motivation and inspiration. What can he do to mix things up to keep it interesting? It is a great question, and what advice would you have for Daryl?
Look, it's a tough one because, invariably in spicing up the physical running, it creates an issue around, is that the best way to train? If you're training at varying intensities and doing lots of intervals, that implies that you're probably doing too much hard running. So look, as far as possible, obviously I would try and vary route. That would be one way of breaking up that monotony. I would get onto, there are some online running communities where you can literally compare your runs to other people's runs. So you get onto it. Again, these are all things that they're a double-edged sword. If you get onto Strava and you suddenly get into a competition with everyone around you about who can run the most kilometers in a week. But on the other side, it does give you access to a community where you can have a bit of a competition with people, or even if it's not a competition, you wake up in the morning and I don't feel like running the same route again, but you know that when you log on to your computer and you get to work in the morning and grab your first cup of coffee, you're going to check and you're going to see, everybody went out for a run this morning except me. So those are the kind of things that you can do, is join up to those online challenges, to help a little bit with the motivation. But in terms of shaking up the program, I'd be cautious of providing too much variety, especially if that brings in a lot of intensity, because you don't want to be doing more than 10, 15, maximum 20% of your training volume in interval style or hill work or those kind of things. 10 to 15% is more appropriate. So that's a tough one. It is difficult to get out there.
Let me jump in here, Lindsey. In a case like this for Daryl, would some one-on-one coaching, whether it be, and I understand that he lives in a place where there aren't too many runners, but maybe like an online coaching, and I'm using sort of our business as an example, getting a coach who you can one, be accountable to, so that you've got ongoing sort of back and forth, but also mixing things up under the guidance of someone who knows what's best for you, as opposed to you trying to figure out yourself. Would that be something that would really work for someone like Daryl?
Look, absolutely. I think coaching, the most value always comes out of coaching when you are in a non-ideal situation. So you will always get value out of a coach purely because you get very objective advice on what intensities you should be doing now, based on your current ability. But I think as soon as you move out of the ideal situation where you are either somebody with very limited time to train, or in this scenario where you don't really have people around you to benchmark yourself off, you don't have people around you to get you out on the road and to meet and to chat to, but what you do have in this scenario is that somebody's looking over your shoulder, checking your runs out, and you've got someone to bounce your frustrations, ideas, good runs, bad runs off of. And that engagement itself can create the excitement that you need around your training program in the short term and beyond, because obviously your goals, as you improve and things get better, your goals will shift. So each race and preparing for each race becomes a slightly unique experience.
Absolutely. Well, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, we have got you covered at coachparry.com. We've got a very, very interesting product offering and the opportunity for you to work one-on-one with one of our coaches. It's really high touch. You get to chat to the coach every single week. You get sort of unlimited feedback via WhatsApp or SMS and a customized program. None of this cookie cutter stuff. It's written and built specifically for you. If you'd like to find out more, all you need to do is head over to coachparry.com/coaching. That's that's the URL to get to. And don't forget, if you have any questions that you'd like to get answered here on Run with Coach Parry, the website to get to is coachparry.com/Facebook. You can pop your question into our Facebook group there, and who knows, we could be answering it here on the podcast next time out. So, Lindsey, as always, great to catch up. Thank you so much for your time today. I look forward to catching up again soon.
Absolute pleasure. See you soon.